Hello and welcome to another edition of Elizabeth Burnt This and That.
Welcome back, everybody. I am here to talk about Invasion seasons 1 through 3. When Invasion actually started, it had an excellent premise. It began really well, but this program has a tendency to dialogue quite a bit. And there's a lot of soliloquy, and just the characters linger too long in their emotions, and you're yelling at the television wanting them to make some kind of decision before it's too late, but they just stand in that decision-making idleness, and their flip-flopping just irritates me to no end. And not only that, but another thing that really irks me is in this particular season, I know it was for mechanization of plot, but the pastor really got on my nerves, because a true pastor would never do that to his flock. He would never leave them in distress. It could have been easily wrapped up with Nikhil rescuing Mitsuki, but Apple sees it as a cash cow, so we have to wait until season 4 to see how they want to end the season and how the creators want to tell their story. Did I like it more than season 2? Immensely, but there were glaring inconsistencies with how radio signals work, how glaringly selfish Anisha was, and how Vern could have been killed instead of dragging out the inevitable, because she was just a delusional cultist. And of course they had to have this whole scene of her monologuing. I thought, oh, come on, just do away with her already. Very annoying.
The level of indecision.
The level of
annoying.
indecision and selfishness with the characters. You think that they would have some sort of character growth. Well, they did with Travante. They brought him back, which made me very pleased. They brought Casper back in a way, but it was more of the aliens kind of tapping into their minds. So in a sense, we do get to see Casper again, which.
But he was like an AI character.
Yeah, he was like an NPC. He was an NPC in this season. But Nikhil was redeemed. That made me happy. That made me very pleased that Nikhil got redeemed. Because in the back of my mind, I thought, he's not such a bad guy. Of course, he has this veneer that he has to act all pompous and holier than thou, and that his intellect is so much greater than everybody else's, just because he wants to prove himself. It's all bravado.
And they spent too much time with Travante lost in his PTSD.
Yeah, they
PTSD.
did. Yeah, CPTSD, not just regular PTSD.
Yeah.
But they could have kind of moved away from that a little bit.
It felt like filler. It's like, we don't have enough here for an hour episode,
yeah,
so let's stretch
I didn't care
things.
for that, but beyond second season was a mess. It was just horrible to navigate through season 2, but it was an improvement over season 2, but still suffered from the same problems that Invasion's been suffering from.
It's one of those shows you watch that you kind of liked at the beginning.
Yeah, it was
but then
wonderful
it starts
at the
to get
beginning.
so bad
Yeah,
that you're just watching to see if there's any redemption
or any kind
improvement.
of revolution with the characters, or
and then at the end you're feeling like
that's it.
I wasted a lot of time here watching
this. I wasted my IQ in watching
I could have
it.
been watching something else.
Exactly.
So what's coming up? Next review.
Cosmic Man.
Alrighty. We'll be doing that in a few minutes.
Yeah,
as long
stay
as daylight
tuned.
holds out.
Stay tuned.
And we'll see you guys soon.